Hi guys, and welcome back to another One Move UK YouTube, and today I am in Extreme Gym in Paisley, which is their newest funky fresh gym, and today I'm going to be covering a push session and how to grow your delts. Now I know that I talk a lot about how to grow your legs, how to grow your glutes, how to grow your hamstrings, how to grow your quads, because that is my current goal, but I have spent the guts of 10 years trying to build my delts, so I want to share the information that I've learned over the years with you ladies, and hopefully this helps you on your journey. So usually I don't have a full push session because I'm currently not trying to grow my upper anymore to align with the category to compete in, which is wellness, but I am going to go through some tips and share all of my tricks with you guys so you can also grow your delts too. Okay, so when you're doing any sort of delt exercise, you want to really make sure you're warming up your delts first of all, making sure that your joints are feeling warm as well. So I would often start with any sort of lateral exercise, whether it may be a lateral cable calf, whether it be a lateral machine, whether it would be a lateral on the dumbbell. So I prefer this on a cable calf lateral because you tend to be able to keep the tension still low at the bottom part of the movement, right? So when you are doing something like a dumbbell, for example, the dumbbell can come all the way down here, and then from that point you've actually lost tension in your medial delt here, right? So when we use a cable instead, if we're driving the hand up, we can bring the hand back down to here and still keep the tension and then drive back up. So this is where you may want to then have the actual cable itself, rather than it being all the way to the floor, you maybe want to bring that up to knee height so that when you are bringing yourself back down, you're not coming all the way down, so you're still getting a good bit of tension there. Okay, so when it comes to warm-ups, I would start with this, do about 3 sets to 12 to 15 reps, get the delts warmed up before we hit our first actual pressing movement itself. So you'll see that the tension's still in my delt here, whereas if I was to come all the way in and let it drop, the tension completely drops. So we want to take a step out to the sides and make sure that you're still having a space between your fist and your hip so the tension stays on. So with this movement, what you're thinking about is dragging your fist along the floor, up the sides of the walls until your fist becomes parallel with your elbow and your delt. So when you're at the top part of this movement, what you want to think about is essentially raising your pinky up as if you're having a cup of tea, right? And you're bringing your pinky up, or you're drinking champagne, bring your pinky up, right? Because if we bring the pinky up a little bit, we slightly turn and pronate the wrist. And this allows for you to keep the tension on the medial delt. Now, if your hand was to land like that, that's when we put tension on the front delt rather than the medial delt itself. Now you get loads of different variations of a lateral. You can have the cable lateral, you can have lateral raises, a seated lateral, whatever it may be. But my advice would be pick a machine that is going to be able to isolate your medial delt. Now, dumbbell lateral raises are awesome, but what we can tend to see with actual dumbbell lateral raises is people go far too heavy and then they incorporate the traps. So naturally your body, when you are training a muscle group, if you go too heavy, the bigger muscles around that muscle will start to take over. So that's when we can start to see people having a little bit more traps that are dominated. And then so that's when we want to think about maybe doing an exercise that is a little bit less trap dominated when it comes to laterals. So cable cuff is a beautiful example. And if you do prefer dumbbells, then what I would suggest would be actually placing a bench against your chest. So it means that you're not actually swinging, and it also means that you can actually connect with your medial delt itself rather than flinging the weights up and then incorporating your traps. So you need to find a lateral movement that works best for you. Me personally, I prefer cables to start off with. Once I'm feeling a little bit more warmed up, then I'll go into either a dumbbell lateral or a seated machine lateral, which I'll chat you through in a minute.
I just met your ass on the west side. I should've known when I met you was outside. Should I waste my time and still find out? I can't wait to see, let's check right now. We can take it back to mine. We don't have to ruin the vibe, I said. Like, I just wanna see in your mind. I mean, I just tryna see your brain instead. Like, we can tryna see a riptide. God, we just on a wave, keep riding it. Like, we ain't got no time to be shy. Down in the free vibe.
Too loud, cool, y'all too fine. You a good girl and a bad bitch. You got two sides, not an option. Gotta choose right. And tonight I decided. Tonight I decided.
Oh, I know that you like things. Whoa, you're pretty if you might be main. So just tell me what you like.
Say what's on your mind, I need to know. Hold your inner thigh, I'll match your flow. This drink remove my shy, I got to go. Put these ones in your behind, you work the goal.
The reason that I'm drinking a Monster while I'm training is I'm a little bit hungry because I'm on a mini cut right now. Usually I wouldn't advise, especially on legs. When you're doing a heavy leg press and you've got a lot of gas in your tummy, it's not the best feeling, but the girl's hungry today.
Too loud, cool, y'all too fine. You a good girl and a bad bitch. You got two sides, not an option. Gotta choose right.
A wee tip for you, right? If you ever want to make sure that your bench is in the middle of the bar, what to do is bring the bar down, right? And then place it actually on, oh, this one comes down quite far. But actually place the bar on the seat itself and then make sure that you've aligned the chair with the middle of the bar, because it's a little bit difficult to try and align the bar sometimes when the bar's far away from the actual bench itself.
You a good girl and a bad bitch. You got two sides, not an option. Gotta choose right. And tonight I decided. Tonight I decided.
Oh, I know that you like things. Whoa, you're pretty if you might be main. So just tell me what you like. Oh, I know that you like things. Whoa, you're pretty if you might be main. So just tell me what you like.
So when we're thinking about growing your delts, right, and now a lot of people want to grow their delts because it gives them more of a top line. We can see a little bit more shape through the upper. It gives the illusion we've got a smaller waist as well, because a lot of us girls concentrate so much on training glutes, right? But we want to think about what that top line actually offers to your physique as well. And when you've got these round, bubbly, full looking delts, it just finishes off your physique so much more superiorly. So when we're thinking about growing your actual delts, right, and this actually goes for any muscle that you want to grow, you actually need to think about what the actual anatomy of that muscle group is, right? So with your delts, they split into three sections. You've got your anterior, your lateral, and your posterior, right? So let's just talk about it as front delt, lateral delt, and your rear delt, right? Now, we need to make sure that we're hitting all of these 3 parts for you to actually have that round, bubbly, full looking delt, like that watermelon that sits on top of your shoulder, right? And the way that we tend to get that is by also making sure that we have developed rear delts. What I often see in physiques is the lateral delt has had a lot of work in regards to growing it, but the rear delts have been neglected. Therefore, you don't get that 3D pop when you're on stage, or 3D pop when you're doing your photo shoot, or whatever it may be, right? So stay tuned, and I'm going to chat you through how you actually perform a proper rear delt exercise. But first of all, we're going to go through a pressing movement, right? So we've done the cable cuff laterals, we've warmed up, now we're going to do a pressing movement. Now your pressing movement is fantastic for your medial delt, which is your lateral, but it's also fantastic for your front as well. We need to make sure that we have strong front delts to make sure that it supports us in other movements like our laterals and also our rears as well. So when it comes to any pressing movements, it's completely up to yourself what you want to use, whether it's a Smith machine, whether it is dumbbells, whether it is a machine, right? What you need to think about though is what you can get the most bang for your buck out of and what you can progress with. So a lot of people will maybe avoid dumbbells because they might not have that stability, which that is probably the most sensible thing to do. Some people might start off with a Smith machine instead because it's a little bit more stable, and then from that point you can start to progress going forward. But you need to make sure that you pick a movement that you are going to be able to progressively overload with, okay? I don't train delts that often, therefore that's why I'm going to be using a Smith machine, because I can't progress as much as I'd like to with dumbbells because I just don't hit it often enough, okay? So a press. The only press not to do, don't do a behind the neck press. It's silly, it's not going to have any sort of effect in growing your delts all in all, but you definitely need to have some sort of press in there, okay?
Yeah, I got goals that I'm chasing. The throne vacant is mine for the taking. Yeah, I should have stopped, but I wouldn't. I moved mountains, they told me that I couldn't. And in the end, I'm the last man standing. Been through the fire and I'm back with a vengeance. I'm back. Look at me, I'm standing tall. I'll be breaking down them walls. Yeah, I'm coming.
So just done a warm up there with my Smith machine shoulder press. Now when it comes to a warm up, I probably wouldn't recommend doing any more than 6 reps. You kind of want to save yourself for your top set. So lateral raises, for example, they were more volume. But when it comes to like actual pressing, I would rather do a top set, maybe 8 to 10 reps, and then a back off set at maybe 12 to 15 reps. Remember, you're always trying to stay within the recommended rep range. If you go above and beyond the recommended rep range and the weight is far too light for you and you're training like a snowflake, right? So push yourself, because even that first rep that you hit with any pressing movement should feel hard, and it's not towards the end of that 8th or the 9th or the 10th rep that you should be like, ah, fuck, I'm done. So make sure you are challenging yourself with your pressing movements, because that is still going to be able to contribute to strong rotator cuffs, strong joints, etc. as well, okay? But make sure that you don't get injured. Be safe, please.
They ain't see this coming. You thought I quit, but let's be honest. You don't know how bad I really want it. I can't forget, yeah, where I really started. Sick of being modest 'cause I'm hungry. Finally get the chance to become me, and nobody gonna take this from me. Here we go again, why the quad scene? Look at me, I'm standing tall. I'll be breaking down them walls. Yeah, I'm coming for it all. It's been a long time coming, but we here. Yeah, we here. I'm on top now. It's my time, my year. Long time coming, but we here. Time coming, but we here. You try to stop me? Nah, it's my time, my year. Long
When you're doing a overhead press, I would always recommend making sure that you do use a support, because it allows you to take the pressure off of your back and actually be able to connect better with your actual delts themselves. I think when you go into a position that you're not supporting your back, progressive overload at that point can become quite difficult. So always support your back when you're doing any sort of pressing movements for your delts. Come on. Fuck me. So then moving on to the third exercise, we are going to do a seated lateral raise, and I will chat you through how to execute the movement correctly.
Before the bloods ran the suck, disrespect could get checked. Switchblade or a tuck. Blue and white got no pops, only D's jumped the ship. Oh Jesus, son of word, young niggas have squeezed the clip. Outpo killed Rich, got knocked and then he snitched. Came home like he was king, he slept, they did him in. It's a couple kingpins still doing their thing. And who know, ain't talking, who talking, don't know. You can hit me if you trying to get your coke for the low. Drop off on city bikes, get your coke.
Okay. So, seated lateral, I alternate between these and a chest supported lateral, right? Because it avoids me swinging my body and it means I can isolate my medial delt. Now when we think about the seated lateral machine, right? Think about placing your chest against the pad, pushing your butt back just a little bit, because the last thing that we want is the butt so far in, the chest so far back that our chest is coming all the way back. Sit at a slight angle, push the chest against the pad. Now when it comes to the hands themselves, what I tend to do is put my hands into a fist, right? Because that essentially generates a little bit more power. Like, so think about if you were to like punch a punch bag, right? If you've got a fist there, you've got more power, right? And it's exactly the same when it comes to a lateral. You're like squeezing your fists, or if you've got false nails, just like doing that, right? And that's going to allow you to generate a little bit more force when you're actually doing the lateral itself, okay? One thing this also can take into consideration is laterals can be quite a low ceiling exercise, which means it can be a little bit difficult to progress with weights going up and up and up and up, because it is quite a hard movement to progress with. It's time and time and time again. So I'm going to show you how you can still progress without actually pushing the weight up as well,
Hey,
okay?
I thought it was all over.
What's up, Delts? Hey, girl. You know, it's been a little minute since you and I have had a chat.
Has it really?
Probably since, like, your last EP, All the Places You'll Go.
Oh, wow. It's been a minute, yeah.
I've been getting some calls. People are a little bit worried about you.
Not worried.
And I know that I was kind of that outlet for you, so...
You were.
Why don't you just tell me what's been going on?
Okay. Remember old dude from 2019? Nice, clean nigga did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wife. I was so confused, what should Dolce do? She didn't know about me and I didn't know about Sue. I opened up the messages and had to hit the zoom. Turns out the girl was really a dude. I think he slicked back till I slipped back. Got my lick back, turning nigga.
It may get to the point where you do struggle to progress with weight, right? But we can still be able to progress with load itself without actually adding the weight up, right? So for example, let's say you're maxed out on progressions with the lateral machine. What we can do instead is start to add in pause reps. So for example, up the top and hold that. Again, it's adding a little bit more time under tension. Or what we can start to do is add in partial reps, right? So let's say you're done your set, you're absolutely fucked you got to the top, you're done. You're about to fail. From that point, you're up here, and then you're down here. You try to come back up and you can't, so you start doing partials, as many as you can, until you get to that point and you're like, fuck, you know? So these are 2 ways that you can add in progression without adding up weight.
It's go to motherfucker P, y'all know what the fuck going on. Bitch, I'm from Memphis, what you know about me? Big G-L-O-N-A-G-L-E 50,000 new Chanel shopping spree, and every time I pop out, you know I A-T-E. I'm that bitch, ho, get like me, you know it's Y-W-R, big C-M-G. Wipe me down. Small niggas, tall niggas, long paper, no small figures. Beat the bitches all pretty, and we all wearing booty shorts, cause my paper long. It's a Friday night, my nigga ain't at home. I pull my bitch shots, cause I don't drink alone. I'm outside again, cause bitch I hate it home. It's giving her face, ass, titty, her face, ass, titty. It's giving her face, ass, titty, her face, ass, titty.
So remember how I said that for us to have that full 3D looking effect for our delts, we need to have developed rear delts, okay? Now, the reason people don't have good developed rear delts is because usually they can execute the movement incorrectly. So I'm going to chat you through how to actually stimulate your rear delt and how it actually will grow, right? So you've got multiple variations for rear delt exercises. You've got the reverse pec deck. You've also got cable reverse flies. You've also got dumbbells as well, which you can like bend over, or you can do it like seated, right? In my opinion and advice, try and go a little bit lighter with rear delts and instead add a little bit more volume in here. Because remember what I spoke about previously, the heavier that you go on smaller muscle groups and the more your form starts to break down, that's when your bigger muscle groups like your traps are going to start to take on, right? As bikini girls, as usually most of the girls that I work with, we want big delts but not massive traps. So you need to make sure that you are isolating your rear delts and not hitting your traps on this, right? So when it comes to the reverse fly, for example, what we're thinking about is we're driving the elbows out and we're driving the hands out rather than driving them back, right? Think about you're flying out, right? Now, when you get out to this point, we need to make sure that the elbows don't become too far back. Again, that's when we hit the traps. So essentially, we're thinking about pushing out from this point, push the hands down on the handles, and you're driving the elbows out and the hands out as if you're flying. We're getting to that point where the elbows are aligned with the rear delts, and then we come back. So if you're coming all the way out like this, you're not hitting your rear delts at all, okay? So, pause, back in, pause, back in. Usually I would program this like 3 sets between 12 to 15 reps, okay? Getting a little bit more volume in there rather than just focusing purely on low volume and really, really high weight, okay?
Classes in session, I'm causing constant obsession. I'm the prize in the present, in the past and the present. So no wonder why they all feel bad for my exes. When I walk, there's a presence, don't know nobody credit. Now they see a bitch winning, so they all wanna beg it. Don't get me cross, you regret it. I am not sympathetic. I make his heart stop, someone better call him a medic. Flow contagious, I'ma start another pandemic. Nails on acrylic, the sexiest image from start to the finish. A judge and a critic, of course I be winning. Never just chilling, I'm high like the ceiling, an angel, a villain. Plus my heart's cold, I ain't never catching any feelings. They know that I'm the queen, I conquer. I'm living like a real rock star. Chat shit, I'm a blocking number. Chat shit and I'm a blocking number. You get it? You know I'm a real hustler. Tell your basic bitch what's up. I don't like no bummer buster. I be rocking real busters. These bitches look plain anytime they touch down. I'm a real hustler. Tell your basic bitch what's assistant, cause I'm the boss now. Since all the bitch should play a position, she be hoping and wishing she can never ever serve the plate or the dish that I'm dishing. Look, my outfit's Da Vinci or Givenchy. They give me space when I rock it, cause darling, I'm a girl on a mission. I make your man go cook in the kitchen, then I make him go clean the dishes, cause darling, he respects my wishes. He said he want a flavor of love, so I made that nigga call me delicious.
So remember with your delts, although they are a part of your delt day, they can also be a part of your back day as well. So if you feel that you need to incorporate your delts a little bit more, try it on your push day and maybe also your pull day as well. Right. So usually I'll finish off a delt day with a little bit of tricep. So you get multiple tricep variations that you use. I tend to use cables, but you can also use machines and you can also use dumbbells as well. But I'm going to try you through a tricep exercise now. Again, what we're thinking about here is a little bit of volume rather than pushing low reps for high weight. Again, just make sure you can isolate your tricep. So here we have a tricep push down, just using a rope. What we need to make sure is that you're keeping your elbows tight to the body and you're thinking about just using your elbows as a hinge, essentially, right? So the elbows are tight to the body, they're slightly in front, and then from that point you're just driving the elbows down, squeeze the triceps, drive them back up, full stretch, elbows back down. So you'll see here that my elbows aren't coming all the way out as I drive back down, they're just pretty static. You're thinking about your forearm touching your bicep at the top, driving back down. Okay guys, so that wraps up our session on how to grow your delts. Although this was a single delt session in itself, please remember that you actually can do more frequency of delts over the course of the week, whether that may be, you know, just tagging a little bit of lateral raises into the end of your leg day if your delts are something that you do aim to grow. But I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who has joined along this episode, and it's amazing to see the channel growing and everybody being so interactive with everything that you guys want to see. So if there is anything that you want me to cover on YouTube, please drop me a message. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this session. I am now away to do 25 minutes of cardio because I am on a cut. So please stay tuned for the next YouTube because I will be chatting you guys through my cut, what I've been doing, how it's going, and give you tips and tricks as well if you are in a cut too. So thanks guys, peace out, and I love you all.